to use trade ideas every
Chinese Vice Premier Liu He says China is willing to reach agreement on matters that both sides care about and to prevent friction from further escalation. That, according to Xinhua. AMRX, Amneal announcing launch of generic Invega. That's AMRX. Liu He says Chinese side came with great sincerity, willing to cooperate with the U.S. on trade, balance, market access, and investors' protection. That from Xinhua.
Good morning, guys. Could everyone hear and see things fine? We have opening bell in about 3 minutes. Just want to make sure everything's going great here. You guys could hear. I'm trying to adjust the microphone a little bit more as well. You guys were saying the other day you couldn't hear that great. Can you guys hear me fine now?
President Trump says talking to Turkey over the Turkey and the Kurds over the Syria situation.
Guys, if you could hear me fine, if it doesn't sound like I'm far away or muffled, please go in the trade room at thesantorelliexchange.com and let me know. I want to make sure things are great before we go live here for the trade day.
Trump says U.S. will hit Turkey very hard financially and with sanctions if they don't play by the rules, is watching closely.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Jay. Thanks, Bob. Alrighty, guys, let's get ready for that trade day. You see Costco here almost up to that $300. Here we go. Opening bell. Have a unrealized profit so far today of $1,100 on the open. Get that. Where did it go? This mouse is horrible. Alrighty, let's see here. Wow, this mouse is horrible, guys. Here we go. Here's the open. We are up $1,077.50. And that is from Amazon, from Diamond Puts, Gold. Getting a little reversal here. Get off the link here. I gotta get a new mouse. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's go. I'm looking at the charts above here, so don't mind me. Roku's still getting a nice pop. Costco's holding up well. Let's take a look at my NVIDIA over here. Ulta's coming right down to support as well. Gonna keep an eye on that. Put the microphone over here. Maybe this will be better. The microphone on this side. NVIDIA getting a nice pop there, 181.19 and climbing. That's a nice breakout there. You just got the MACD crossed, white crossing above the red. And now what we're going to watch for is for a green candle to break above that blue 20 SMA on a today 1 minute chart. And then we're going to be looking for that 1020 crossover for confirmation of breakout momentum.
It's iPhone season at Sprint.
Switching at the...
Hate when things go on in the back like that. Alrighty, we are good to go. Let me get the trade room pulled up here. Alrighty, guys. Apple option alert, October 18th, 220 call sweep. I also have the news on. As you guys can see, I have the news feed at the bottom here, and right now I'm putting on. CNBC. There we go. Good morning, Paula. Good morning. Guys, I am in my trade room. Those of you that
There's a
are live on
Roku
YouTube,
popping here
I'm in my
on
trade
volume.
room. That's who I'm talking to. Alrighty, let's take a look at Nvidia. She's having a big
Earlier
breakout
13G
here.
filing.
Currently was in BDM breakdown momentum from yesterday's
From
close,
Ken Griffin.
and as of now, you guys can see.
Now
Let me lower this a little bit
119.86
here.
the
so I'm
high
not-
on Roku, ROKU.
Alrighty, there we go. Get the notepad here. Nvidia having a nice breakout, guys. We were talking about looking for a candle, a green candle body above the 20 SMA. We just had that. Now we're currently up at that 50, and that 50 SMA right now is acting as resistance here. So I want to see a breakout there. If I see a breakout, that's going to be very positive for our Nvidia spread that we have for the October 18th Expo. Now the Costco trade, we gave that trade idea yesterday. I remember for $1.80. Let's take a look at her, see what's going on. Let's see, buy to open, sell to open. We'll see what it's going for now instead of doing the buy to close, sell to close. Alrighty, October 18th Expo. The 290. That's going for about $1.95 now. So not much yet. 195, divide that by 1.8, so you're up about 9% so far on that spread if you got that spread. That was a lower risk spread. Did I get that? No, I still have my other trade. I didn't get the Costco trade yesterday. Someone brought that up. I think it was you, Colin, that brought that up, right? About Costco. That was a nice chart setup. It's coming right up to resistance right now, going back from September 4th and right in that time frame. So once it could break that 299, 300 area, then it's going to be another nice breakout up to that 305 resistance. So keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at Qs and Diamond ETF. It's nice here. We're in breakdown momentum on the daily
ITO
chart here.
Halted on a circuit
But
breaker
as you
now
guys can
at
see, it's nice that we're
865.
trading a little bit sideways here. We're currently in the no
35%.
trade zone when the
That's
candle's between the
MITO.
SMA, between the 10, 20, and 50 SMA. That's a no trade zone. So no trading Qs right now. We're still waiting on important details about a possible trade deal with China. That's going to be extremely important to listen for that today. So whatever we hear about the China trade deal is going to affect the market today. I'm telling you guys that right now. That's the most important thing to listen for. Seeing what's going on with the China trade deal. Alrighty, let's take a look at the Diamond ETF. And then we're going to start going over the upgrades, downgrades, unusual option activity, and see if we see any setups. Today is a nice day to trade, a Thursday. So we will look for some day trade setups today. Gold 1920. 1767. Nvidia just got up to that 50 SMA like we were talking about, and that was acting as resistance. So as you can see, it got up to that 50. It's failing. It just came down to that 10-day SMA right now is the yellow line. Now let's see if it holds there or climbs or breaks lower. Notice it's only 9:37. We usually wait to day trade until at least 9:45, give the market some opportunity to catch up on the news from the previous night, from the morning. Let's see, down here, Micron Technology option alert, November 15th, 45 put sweep. 500 of them bought, 500 contracts at 345. 345, multiply that by 500. That's a $172,000 trade. Delta, 52 call sweep, 500 at 46 cents. Let's see what Delta's doing. We've been watching that. Wow, Delta's just BDM, serious BDM, breakdown momentum. That's some support, though, from This mouse is going to fail me today. It's at support going all the way back to June of 2019. I have to keep an eye on that. All right, let's go through the charts here. I like how NVIDIA, big candle right down to the 1020 SMA, and then we got an engulfing bullish candle so far here. So let's see if that bullish engulfing candle continues here, and then we start to pop after this.
GILD, Gilead, weekly 62.5 call sweep, Golf Indy Lima Delta.
Let's go down our watch list, see if there's anything. Guys, if there's anything you want me to go over, please just comment in the trade room or the chat. Did DAL come out with earnings at the open or at the close today? I think they came out with earnings this morning, Paul. I was reading about them. Their EPS was higher. Their revenue was down, but they said they had increased demand, so they had to hire more pilots, more flight attendants. I also read this morning GM, their estimates were way down because of China, because of the tariffs. Their quarter was down 17%, or their sales for September. Something like that was down 17.5%. So that was a big deal, you know. That's just showing you how those tariffs are really hurting the economy here. Not good for us. All right, so I have this on a today 1 minute chart. And what I'm going to do, you guys can't see the screens above me, but I have a total of 9 screens here in front of me. So on the upper screen here, I have the watch list. I have the portfolio.
MITO resumes trading, Michael India Tango Oscar.
And right now, I'm just going to go down this watch list, and it's linked to this chart. So anything I click on, it's going to link it to this chart. And what I could do is change this to a 6-month daily, and then this one on a today 1 minute chart, and then watch how nice of a setup this is. Let's change that to 3 month. Now watch this. Link 1. Now if I click on Apple on my watch list, watch what comes up. It's going to show me. Now here we go. Here's a day trade setup with today 1 minute chart, and over to the right is the daily 3 month chart, 3 month daily chart. So we could get a quick view of the today chart for a day trade, and over to the right is for swing trades. So when I do this type of setup, I know over to the left here, this is the day trade chart. Over to the right, this is a swing trade chart. Just set up differently, daily and a minute chart. So now let's go down here. Again, you can see. Now, what you're looking for are signs of both. Let me shut up this guy here. He doesn't know.
Pulling back 767 after resuming trading, up 17%. MITO.
All right, so going back to this now, what we're looking for for day trading, swing trading, we want to find something with, pretty similar setup. So if we're looking at the AMD 3 month daily, and that's in BDM, breakdown momentum, and then we're also looking at the today 1 minute chart for day trades, and that's also showing as BDM, breakdown momentum, then that's a good stock we could keep an eye on, depending on the volatility, depending on the size of the candles, and how well it's trading. So always remember, it's best to have something that's going in your favor. The trend is your friend, as they say. So keep an eye on that always. If you have a stock that's in, breakout momentum on a daily chart, and you're going to buy puts just because it's in that cycle on a chart, that's not a good idea. Alrighty, let's go and look here. Abercrombie and Fitch up 30 cents today, up 2%. Those calls we got are up 12% that we got yesterday that Paula pointed out. It's finally breaking the 10 SMA over here, as you can see on the
MDR
3 month
McDermott.
daily. Came down to
seeing
support
some
right
heavy
around
volume, hitting a high of
$13.50 to
$1.92.
$14. Held that support, and it's coming up to that 10 SMA right now. If it could cross that 10, and we could see the MACD right below here, if we could get that white line across above that red, that'll be one confirmation, and then the second
Hearing
one
some
would
positive
be a green candle above the 20 SMA.
Pull out of debt wire on MDR.
So it's looking good. It looks like it has some room to
Shares
run.
hitting a high of $1.92,
1550 is
now
going to
at
be the
$1.89.
next target resistance area, so still plenty of room to run on those calls. Holding that for now, and that's for the October 18th Expo. Let's continue to go down here. BABA getting a little pop today, up about 1%. Probably possible China trade deal movement going on there. Bank of America is having a nice day, up 1.53% and climbing. As you guys could see down here, it came down to some support at 27.50, getting a little bounce off that and on the climb. Still no MACD cross or anything like that, but it is looking good. It's looking strong. Could possibly even jump into a banking trade here for going out a little bit further. Let's first take a look at the calendar.
MDR said to sell Loomis unit for $2.5 billion. Michael Delta Romeo shares off the highs of
All right, so Bank of
$1.07,
America
up
has earnings on
6%.
October 16th, so not something I want to jump into just yet. Let me see JP Morgan quick here. Maybe we could do piggyback trade off of that. That's on the 15th. So that's on the 15th. Bank of America's on the 16th. Citigroup is on the 15th. How about AIG? That's usually a good one to watch. Not till the end of the month. Morgan Stanley. They're all reporting right in the same time frame. We could do a weekly trade though on Bank of America possibly. Let's see, 28.50 at 17 cents. That's actually not a bad idea. 28.70, 40 cents. We could do a day trade on Bank of America here if we want. We could pick up the call expiration if we wanted to do a day trade overnight here, or strictly a day trade. We could pick up the 28 strike, going for about 48 cents. It's just 12 cents out of the money. Not bad. So at around 29, you'll have 100% return. Or you could just pick up the 28.50. This mouse is really getting to me, guys. I don't know if the battery's dying, but trying to move it here, it's not moving much. Let's see, 28.50. That's going for 16 cents by 17 cents. It's now 9:45. We've waited our 15 minutes that we generally wait before making any day trades. So now let's look. So right now, so far, I'm going to write down on my notepad right here. You guys know I always do that. BAC at 28.34. So I'm going to put that in the day trade list there as a possible day trade. Let's continue to go down here. Baidu not doing too much. Citigroup financials are doing well. Now look at, so here's Citigroup on a today 1 minute chart, right? I'm sorry guys, this mouse, it's really aggravating me today. Look at the breakout momentum here the entire morning on Citigroup. Really nice breakout momentum. Let me draw a little bit here. Hold on one sec. C5 G1 KT. Alrighty guys, so let's do this now. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me now fine or no? Alrighty, great. So let's go over here. Alrighty, let's bring this up, guys. So what I'm looking for here, first off, this is a day trade chart, and here's your swing trade. This is a 3 to 6 month daily, and this is a today 1 minute. Okay? Now, guys, what's important here, look at Citigroup, because we might make a trade on this. So we have resistance coming right up to right around 70 bucks a share. Okay, so if we have 70 as a target, we have to, first off, analyze and see if that's going to be a good trade. Now, first off, tomorrow's Expo Day for the weeklies, so I wouldn't look at something, for tomorrow's Expo. Instead, I'm going to look at something for next week's Expo. So let's take a look. Now, if we looked at something like the 68.50, you can see that's going for about $1.54 theoretically. So our break even is going to be a little bit above $70 a share. There's the next breakout momentum, guys. Look at Citigroup in the back here. Nice breakout. That came right down to that 10 SMA, just like our trade plan, and it's breaking higher now. Let's take a look at Bank of America quick. I want to jump in, guys. We're missing a great opportunity here, but I'm going to jump in Bank of America for a quick day trade. I'll get next week's Expo instead in case I decide to hold it overnight here. This mouse is really aggravating me how I can't move it. Let's see, 28.50. That is a big move. All right, 28.50 for 56 cents. Love to pick up the Expo for tomorrow. 28.50 is going for 25 cents though. That's a big move there. So 28.50 for 56 cents. We could jump in that. Doesn't look too bad there. Sorry, I'm on multiple platforms here, so that's why that popped up. Alrighty, Bank of America. I'm looking at the October 18th over here. I'm looking at this option chain right here. The October 18th, 28.50. It's going for 55 cents by 57 cents. Looking at that, also thinking about doing a possible spread. Spreads are really great because you could set them, forget them, and just know your targets and your stops. And if you know that, you could just go in there. You could place a limit order to sell it once it gets in because you could theoretically calculate what that trade's going to be worth if it gets up to your target or if it gets down to your stop. So let's put in October 18th. I'm going to have to go get another mouse on my lunch break today. My lunch break from trading. All right, let's see. 27. Let's see the 27, 28. Now this one's fully in the money by 50 cents. 78 cents. 1 divide that by 0.78. That's a max return of 28.21%. Now if you did something like the 28.29, 54 cents to be worth $1. 1 divide that by 0.54. That's a max return of 85.19%. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Let's take a look. Just like Bank of America over here, $29 is a short-term target, $29.50, and then all the way up to about 30.15. Let's see if there's any other trade setups here besides financial sector we could take a look at. Chipotle. Look at Chipotle over here to the right. So to the left, this is a day trade chart. Not much going on. What's it called when we're trading between the SMAs, guys? Do you know what cycle that is? What phase that is? If you do, comment in the trade room. This is called the no trade zone when we're trading, when the candles are trading between the SMAs and when you have a range, you know. So on today's chart, Chipotle is not showing anything. So not a day trade worthy stock. But over to the right here, you could see it's been holding that 50 SMA and slowly on the climb. It's got a nice trend line you could draw out, and if you wanted to trade that, but I'm not going to force a trade on Chipotle. Costco here, it's another stock looking great, right up to resistance now, right around $300. We break that, we're going to be looking at 305 as the next target resistance. So keep an eye on Costco. Costco has some really nice spreads that you can enter. Cisco's been pummeled for the last few months here. Let's take a look at the 6-month daily. The stock was almost $60 a share, down to $46 now. She's struggling with support going back to just August recently. It's 2019, August of 2019. She breaks below that. We're going to have some support around 44 and 40. Cisco is one of those ones you got to just keep an eye on. That's going to be a longer term setup in the back of your mind. You just got to keep an eye on that throughout the weeks. And once that gets that signal there, those crossovers and those confirmations, then you're going to look to enter. Delta, that's one that we were just talking about. It has a nice pop, though, from the lows, so let's take a look at that. That one's breaking right now a little bit. Down 4%. Maybe we could pick up a quick little day trade on Delta. Let's see, 52 strikes going for 65 cents. That's quite expensive for something expiring in one day. You know, so you basically need that at 53.30 to make a 100% return. So, volatility spiked for that, and the result is an increase in option premium. Disney's not looking too bad here, guys. So what I could look at with Disney, if you take a look over to the left, like I said, this is a day trade chart. To the right is a swing trade. So it's currently in breakout momentum. Got the 1020 cross, first candle above the SMAs. That's your entry for a day trade. You know, and you could day trade that if you wish. But what's nicer is if you look over here to the right here on the swing trade chart, and you can see that we have some tight. Let me move this up a little bit. Change this to 6 month. And what's really nice about this, I hate how it doesn't let you zoom in exactly how you want it to. Let's take a look though. So as you guys can see right here, we have some nice. That well, so we have support, and this is major support, guys. I mean, this is major. Whoa, I misspelled that. So we have major support right at around, let's say the price here, right at around 128. So guys, as you can see right now, look at Disney over to the left here on the swing trade chart, or on the day trade chart. It came down to the 10 and now breaking out again. Here, this is all the NTZ, the no trade zone. You have the crossover right here, and then your first candle above the 10, 20, and 50 SMA, that's your entry for a day trade. Okay, so if you're day trading, that's what you're looking for. Now, over to the right now, as you can see, like I said, we have strong support. I might make a trade on Disney. That's how much I like this. So we have strong support. And this is major support right here. And then what we could look for as our target, we can look at a short-term target right around 135. So with the stock currently at 129.79 here, what can we do? Well, we can pick up, let's take a look at the Disney option chain here, DIS. Let's see, call expiration. We could go out to the 18th, or we could even do, would you guys prefer an option that expires tomorrow or one that expires next week? Do you want a higher risk trade? I like both of them, to be totally honest. Let's see, 129, 130. All right, great, that comes up. So let's share this. So as you guys can see, actually it's not letting me move it now, so let me move that up again. So if we wanted to do this, guys, let's take a quick look here and analyze this, because this is really important here. So let's take a look. And as you can see, why this pen isn't drawn, guys. I don't know what's going on with this system today. There we go, there's the pen. So this would be our stop. Wow. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know what's going on with this. So that's going to be the support and stop. And then we also have, and guys, this is what we do for every single trade. So 135. It's not letting me change the pen or anything here, guys. Here we go, pencil. Alrighty. I think with the WebEx on the background, I think that's making the system here a little tough. I might have to get rid of the WebEx. So we have our target. $135. Stop. 128. And what we can do, we can either pick up the 129, 130 call spread for 56 cents. And as long as Disney's above 130 a share by expiration date, which is October 18th, then this would make max gain. Max gain is the difference between the two strikes. So 130 minus 129, that equals 1.00. Okay, so our max net gain then is going to be the difference between, which is 1.00, divide that by 0.56. And this has a max gain of 78.57%. That's your max net gain there, 78.57% with this spread. Okay, so I'm looking at that now. Now let me analyze the regular calls here and see what's going on with that. So let's look at October 18th Expo. If we picked up the 130 strike, they're actually really cheap, $1.48. That's really cheap, guys, going out. Let me see when Disney reports. Still pretty sick here, guys, so bear with me. Wow, this mouse, I'm telling you guys, just one of those days where nothing's coming up right. So as you can see right here, here's the Disney chart, the calendar. Earnings are November 7th. So still plenty of room, plenty of time. Let's now take a look maybe at the October 25th Expo. Going out a little bit here. Let's take a look at this chart a little bit better here. So what's really good, guys, is to... Yeah, Bob, I'm sorry about the audio there. It's going to get better as we go along here. I'll make the audio the main focus today. That, and I have to get a new mouse. Anyway, going back here, so when we're looking at a Disney trade, I'm really interested in doing a Disney trade. But looking back here, each one of these candles represent one day on the right chart here, the today 1 minute. To the left, these are representing 1 minute. These are representing 1 day, each of these candles. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So around 19 trading days, which is about a month for it to drop from 135 to 130. So 5-point move happened in roughly around 1 month, one trading month. So with that said, I'm not going to pick up the October 18th Expo. That'd be really silly on my part. You know, Disney's not one that moves like that. Let's take a look at NVIDIA here quick, because NVIDIA is really breaking out higher. See that over to the left. We'll get back to Disney. We're in NVIDIA trade right now, so that's why we're going to go over this quick. Guys, NVIDIA's popping up $3, 1.67%, and still on the climb there. Here is our trade. We have, guys, and this is so important, guys. I try to preach to you about patience and discipline. We held our NVIDIA trade. We sold out of the Facebook trade, and we sold something else yesterday, but we held NVIDIA. That one was still looking good, and with our trade plan still holding up well, no sell signals. So the stock now at 183.61. We have max net gains at 185 or higher. So very close to our max return. We could have bought back that short leg. Let me share with you guys